All right? This is the book of John, St. John, chapter 14 and verse 21. He that keep my commandment and keep them, no, he that have my commandment, Salakia, he that have my commandment and keep them, he, a man or a woman, it is that loveth me. So if you keep the commandment, that means you love Yahawashi Mashiach. All right? And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father. So you see, it's very simple, man. It's a chain. If you keep the commandment, it means you love Yahawashi Mashiach. Now, if you love Yahawashi Mashiach, the Most High, his Father, is going to love you. Right? And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and I will manifest myself to him. So you gotta understand, the commandment of the Most High are not grievous. So if you don't keep it, it's because just you don't care. All right? John 12 and 47. John 12, 47. Let's go to it. So this is the book of St. John, chapter 12 and verses 47. And if any man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not. For I am come not to judge the world, but to save the world. Because that time, at this time, the time that Yahawashi Mashiach was preaching, you gotta understand, he was not he did not come to judge the world yet. He did not come to judge Israel yet. He came to correct the world. He came to give us what? The opportunity to repent and return to our Father, Baha. To return to the Most High, Yahawah. That was all. He did not do anything except for rebuking and correcting. That's why the brother that came to do the same thing. Right? So when we rebuke you, don't say that we're teaching hate. We do not teach hate. All right? We do not teach hate. When we rebuke you and we correct you, just take it, brother. Just take it, sister. Take it, man. Just take it. Don't cry. You got to stay strong in the Most High. Right? Don't cry. You got to remember that that's our job. That's our duty. Okay? So let's read it. St. John, chapter 7, and verse 12. Then spake Yahawashi again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. Who is the light of the world? Yahawashi Mashiach, man. So it's not Esau the light of the world. Because a lot of our people out there in the Christian church, in the world, they look at Esau as the light. Everything Esau does, they say, well, this is amazing. This is beautiful. This is that. And they be serving Esau. They be serving Esau. They be serving Esau. They be doing that, right? They be doing that all day long. But we're supposed to be serving who? The Most High. We're supposed to be giving glory unto the Most High, Yahweh. Right? We're supposed to give glory unto the Most High. We're supposed to worship the Most High. Through who? Amashiach. Through Amashiach. Right? Because Amashiach is the light. Amashiach is the light. He's that light. That's the only light that we need to be able to see. That's the only light that we need to be able to see. That's the only light. There is no other light. Light? There is no other light, man. There is no other light. I don't care where you see them, whatsoever they are, whether it be your friend, whether it be your father, your mother, your uncle, your boss, your politician. The only light for Israel, for the so-called blacks, Latino and Native Indian, is Yahawashi Mashiach. The one that the whole world called naively and ignorantly was Jesus Christ. Okay? No Caesar Borgia. Understand? So he's the light, man. And Mashiach is the only one. Righteous brother. That was with the Father from the beginning, who was sent forth as a man, as you, the brother, as many of our brothers. He was born, right, through the loin of his father.
Oh, I don't speak Spanish.
Can you tell me that I don't have a gap? Yeah,
Yeah, I have some change. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
thank you.
Back.
So you got to keep in mind.
Okay, I think you speak Spanish.
I do not.
Oh, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay.
I wish I did.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I'll learn one day.
Yeah.
So you gotta keep in mind. So a Mashiach, he's the light. That's all we need. If you got any trouble, any issue, as long as you keeping the commandment and you believe in the light, Yahawashi Mashiach, you'll be fine. You just gotta pray. You gotta fast. You gotta ask the Most High. You gotta make sure you're doing righteousness. You gotta make sure you're doing righteousness. As long as you're doing righteousness, you're keeping the commandment. Hey, Yahawashi Mashiach is the light, man. That's the only light we need, regardless whatsoever you're going through. Now, if you ain't got no faith and you don't believe, that's another story. You are gonna need to work on it. But first and foremost, brother and sister, you ought to repent. You gotta repent and obey the Most High rather than men. Don't just follow anything that people just tell you or you see on the TV or the propaganda, the lie, the mainstream media, the social media. You see all the weakness going on. You just want to follow the world. Don't do it. Don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Don't celebrate Halloween, which is Halloween or Halloween. Don't celebrate the festival of the witches. Don't do it. Don't do it. Keep the commandment. Repent, be born again. Be born again. Love the Most High. Love Yahawashi Mashiach. Right? John 12 and 35. Let's go to John 12 and 35. This is the book of John, chapter 12 and verses 35. This is the book of St. John, chapter 12 and verse 35. Then Yahawashi said unto them, yet a little while is the light with you. The light Yahawashi Mashiach, man. He's the light that is with us. Right? Walk while you have the light. So do righteousness while I'm here, man. Lest darkness come upon you. For he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whither he goeth. So you see, John 9 and verse 4. John 9 and 4. This is the book of John, chapter 9 and verse 4. I must work the works of him that sent me. So who say Yahawashi Mashiach? The Most High. Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And our forefather, the Pharisees, they reject Yahawashi Mashiach. Not all of them, but some of them. Because they were rebellious. They were so proud, super proud, right? Like you see in the world today, they're very proud. They don't want to humble themselves. When they see the servant of the Most High, when they see the brother, the sister doing the work, our people, they don't want to humble themselves. Our people, they don't want to humble themselves.
Oh, thank you.
He said, I must work the work of him that sent me. I must work the work of him that sent me while it is day. While it is day, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh, right? When no man can work. There we go, man. Now a double saying. In the night, we're supposed to be sleeping. But in Babylon the Great, guess what? We work in the night, man. You got brother working from 10 p.m. to maybe 6 a.m. I work in the night too. I work in the night. I work in the night. 4 a.m., 4:15. I work in the night. That time the Most High said it to sleep, to rest. But we're living in Babylon the Great, you gotta understand. We're living in the Babylon the Great. This is a very, very evil time right now. That's evil time, but the brother and the sister, they don't understand. Why? Because they're blind. When you're blind, you can't see. When Satan rules over you, you can't see anything. When Satan ruling over you, you can't see anything. You don't see the light. You can't see Yahawashi Mashiach. And that's what is happening to the vast majority of our people. 2/3. 2/3 in the darkness. 2/3 of the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian, they are in the darkness. 2/3 of our people. That's what the Most High said. 2/3, they will be cut off. 2/3 will perish because they don't believe. They lack believe. They don't believe in the Most High. They don't have faith. Right? So let's get back right here. This is the book of St. John. We want to put out there for YouTube. Disclaimer, YouTube. If you have music in the background, it's not our music. Right? YouTube disclaimer, if you have music in the background, it's not our music. We just want to put out there for YouTube. Alright? You already know. Right? If you heard it, it's not our music. YouTube, right? So like I can. Right? So you gotta keep in mind. That's the Most High and that's the Most High. Right? We gotta make sure that what we deal with the light. We gotta make sure we deal with who? Yahawashi Mashiach. You gotta make sure we deal with Yahawashi Mashiach. Alright? We don't wanna follow the world. Right? We just wanna follow just to follow because we making money, we don't care. Things like that. No, man. The Most High is not with it. Yahawashi Mashiach is not with it. Right? The Most High is not with it. The Most High is not with it. Right? This work that we do is only for the elect, not for everybody. Only the elect. Only the elect. Alright? We don't try to force you to serve, to worship the Most High. No, man. We don't have time for that. We don't have time. We are not going to force you to worship God. No. You worship Satan, buddy. Go ahead and do it. Worship Satan, alright? You do your weakness. But keep in mind, the Most High will snatch you. You see, that's the beautiful thing about it. The Most High, He will snatch you eventually. The Most High will get you eventually. Right? Just go to it. The Pharisee therefore said unto him, Thou bearest record of thyself. That record is not true. You see, they're still running them off. Our forefather. They were still running them off, even though they just got caught by their own mind, their own heart, their own conscience, convicted them, and they fled. Guess what? They still come to Christ. They still want to find something. Imagine how rebellious and wicked we gotta be. Imagine how rebellious and wicked we gotta be. Right? The Most High rebuke you. Then you see standing before the Most High. Right? So you gotta see that our people, they were very, very wicked back in those days. Wicked just as you see today, right? Now they say, Thou bearest record of thyself. That record is not true. Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Though I bear record of myself, yet my record is true. For I know whence I came. So Mashiach told them, listen, though I bear my own record, guess what? My record is true. He said, for I know where I came from. I know where I'm from. Right? I know where I came from. He said, I know where I came from. But guess what? The Pharisees, they don't understand, man. Right? And whither I go, and he said, and I know where I'm going. So he's convicting them. He said, listen, man, you don't know where you come from. You don't know where you're going, man. I'm a child, no, you know what? I came from the Most High, my father. And I'll go back to my father. He said, I know where I came from. I know where I'm going. But people don't know, man. They're blind. They don't know. Because they suffice what? The lie that were taught by their father and their mother. They suffice the lie that were taught in a Christian church. They're already happy. The lie that were taught in a Christian church. They're already happy. All these lies that were taught in the Christian church. Our people already suffer. They're already happy. They think they already got the truth. No, you don't have the truth yet. You got lies in your mind. You got a bunch of lies you were taught in the Christian church. Right? By the slave master. Right? Let's go to it. He said, but ye cannot tell whence I come. And whither I go, he said, you can't even tell where I came from. You see, that's a cold cut right there, man. Cold cut that Mashiach give to them. That's like what? A blow, right, on the thief. Yahawashi Mashiach, he give them a blow on the thief, man. Imagine that, right? He give them a blow on the thief in the jaw. But still, guess what? They're still talking. Still they're talking. They're still talking. You think that they'll relax and say, Lord, forgive us. No, man, they still running their mouth. judge after the flesh. There we go. So he's going back to it. So he's you're judging according to the flesh. That's what I'm saying. And that's what they do in Benin, Nigeria, Ghana. How do they judge? They judge according to what? To the flesh. They judge according to the flesh. They don't judge according to righteous judgment. No. They judge according to the flesh. They judge according to the flesh. That's how they judge, man. They judge according to the flesh. Right? That's what you see when you go to your court. The Supreme Court, regardless of the court you go to, whether it be in Europe, that's how they judge. Hermana, escucho, esa peligrosa, si la policía te encuentra esa cárcel, man, esa cárcel. Keep in mind, you see the sister, she got 2 toddlers right in the front seat. 2, I'm trying to tell her and she's running her mouth already. You see? I'm telling her she's already running her mouth. She didn't even let me finish. Because now the kingdom, they think they know everything. You got 2 toddlers, right? These children, maybe they got 3 years and 4 years old. And you have them in the front seat. Imagine that. And she think like it's cool. I'm trying to warn her to let her know. The police stop you now, guess what? It's a big ticket. Hey, they can literally take her to the jail too. Esau can take her to the jail. It's negligence. Right? Right? Child endangerment, things like that. Esau can hit her with all type of things, man. That's why we say there's no justice. Because you know we live in Babylon, but they don't understand. Hey, maybe, she'll learn later. She kept on doing it. The Mosai just want to bring that up on her. But before the Mosai said, you know what? I'm going to let my servant warn you about that. Right? Even though it's not a sin. According to the Bible, it's not a sin. But according to the wickedness of Babylon the Great, they say it's the law. You don't understand that. All right. He said, ye judge after the flesh. I judge no man. There we go. I already read it in the book of John chapter 3 verse 17. I already read it. John 3 and 17, right? John 3:17, I already read it. And yet if I judge, my judgment is true, for I am not alone. So you see, it's very simple. Yahawashi, I'm judging with the Father. I'm judging with the Father. He said, I'm not alone, man. He said, I'm not alone. My judgment coming from the Most High, my Father. Right? He said, my judgment is coming from my Father. Right? But I am the Father that sent me. But I am the Father that sent me. Right? So understand that. It is also written in your law that the testimony of 2 men is true. So Hamashiach is proving them. He said the testimony of 2 men. The testimony of 2 men is true. 2 men. Who? The Most High Yahawah and Hamashiach. The Most High Yahawah. The Most High Yahawah and Yahawashi Hamashiach. Hola, hermano, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Bien? ¿De dónde eres usted, señor?
Soy de Honduras.
Honduras, excelente. So, basado en la Biblia, ¿cómo el Señor llama a usted antepasado? Basado en la Biblia, ¿cómo el Señor llama a usted antepasado? Es una pregunta fuerte, Porque mira, la palabra Honduras, right? Honduras no viene de la Biblia. ¿Quién llama a usted a hondureño? Los llamados gringos. Porque en el comienzo, usted país, el nombre no es a Honduras. Los gringos que vienen de España, Inglaterra, ellos pongan todo ese nombre, right? Por ejemplo, español. Usted antepasado de los nativos indios de Honduras, Guatemala, Nicaragua, no habla español. ¿Qué lengua habla? Diferentes lenguas, sí, right? Como quechua. Eso es lo que hace, right? Eso es lo que hace, right? Pero, ¿sabe lo que dice la palabra? En el libro de Osea 4:6. Osea 4:6, escucha lo que dice. Ese es el libro de Osea, capítulo 4. Osea 4:6. Ese es el libro de Osea, capítulo 4, versículo 6. Mi pueblo languidece por falta de conocimiento. ¿Sabes? Porque hermano, el conocimiento de este mundo es el porquería delante de Dios. El real conocimiento es la palabra de Dios, ¿right? El Señor dice, perece mi pueblo por falta, dice, mi pueblo languidece por falta de conocimiento. Y como tú has dejado que se perdiera el conocimiento, yo también, el Señor también, right? Haré que pierdas mi sacerdocio. Te has olvidado de mi rey. Porque la mayoría de los llamados latinos, morenos y nativos indios no guardan las leyes de Dios. La gente dice que es solamente 10 mandamientos, pero en la Biblia esas 63 leyes y mandamientos, right? Por ejemplo, y los 10 mandamientos, ¿cuántos mandamientos usted guarda? Y los 10 mandamientos, supuestamente los 10 mandamientos, ¿cuántos mandamientos usted guarda? Primero amar a Dios, right? Ajá. Exacto. Exacto. Ajá. Porque esa es la fundación. Por ejemplo, si usted ama a Dios, usted no va a matar a su hermano, ¿sí, right? Usted no va a mentir, usted no va a hacer adulterio, right? Eso es lo que, porque amor es la fundación de toda la Biblia. Porque si yo amo a usted, ya no puede mentir a usted, right? So, mira, una pregunta. ¿Usted tiene la Biblia en la casa? Porque no tiene la Biblia, hermano. Mire, usted no puede leer, pero usted puede escuchar, excelente, porque mira, usted tiene televisión en la casa. Sí, en la casa, ¿eh? No, pero aquí, y Honduras ustedes tienen, allá tienen televisión, pero aquí no. Ok, excelente. Porque si ustedes tienen televisión aquí, es porque no tienen la Biblia. Porque la Biblia es el más fuerte de televisión, ¿sí? Es el más fuerte. Pero la gente no piensa de tal manera, ¿right? Sí, porque mira una pregunta. Y los 10 mandamientos. ¿Qué dice el Señor del sábado? ¿Qué dice el Señor del día del sábado? Ajá. El séptimo día, ajá. Ese día de propósito, ¿sí, para adorar a Dios. Exacto. Son una pregunta, ¿usted guarda el sábado? El sábado, porque yo agarro la semana de lunes a sábado. ¿Sabe lo que pasa? Basado en la Biblia, ¿cuál es el primer día de la semana? Basado en la Biblia, ¿cuál es el primer día de la semana? Piensa bien, hermano, piensa. ¿Usted tiene tiempo? Esa es una conversación entre usted y Dios. ¿Sabe qué? ¿Cuál es el primer día de la semana? Ese es el libro de Éxodo. Ese es el libro de Éxodo. Capítulo 20. Éxodo capítulo 20, versículo 8.
¿Pero qué día hizo Dios todas las cosas? ¿Qué día para
Ok, ese desde domingo. Domingo es el primer día de la semana. De domingo a viernes. A viernes, el momento que el sol va a dormir, es el sábado. Es el último día de la semana, right? Porque mira lo que dice. Acuérdate, Éxodo 28. Acuérdate del día. Porque, ¿qué significa acuérdate? Porque es mencionado en el comienzo, en el libro de Génesis. Génesis capítulo 2. El Señor dice, ¿cuál? El séptimo día, el Señor descansa de todo su trabajo, right? So, dice, acuérdate del día del sábado para santificarlo. Trabaja 6 días y ello haz todas tus faenas. Pero el día séptimo es día de descanso, consagrado a Yahawashi, tu Dios, que nadie trabaje, ni tú, ni tus hijos, ni tus hijas, ni tus siervos, ni tu sierva, ni tus animales, ni los forasteros que viven en tu país. Pues en 6 días Yahawashi hizo el cielo y la tierra, el mar y cuanto hay en ellos, y el séptimo día descanso. Por eso bendijo el sábado y lo hizo sagrado.
Bueno, ¿qué pasaría si el sábado alma cae no lo puede sacar?
Puedes sacar, pero eso es diferente, acuérdate. Puedes sacar porque en este momento usted no trabajando, no está trabajando para recoger dinero. Eso es lo que la gente no entiende. Porque ¿sabe lo que pasa? Si usted es enfermo, ¿right? Los sábados, si necesitamos ayuda, ese pie. Porque ese es para salvar, ese es para sanar. Pero si por ejemplo yo ir y trabajo el sábado, ese es un pecado. Ese es el pecado delante de Dios. Eso es lo que enseña Cristo. Pero muchísimos no entienden. Porque mira, en el libro, mira lo que dice. Aquí. Y la Biblia, todo eso escrito en la Biblia. Mira lo que dice. Ese es el libro de Lucas. Mira lo que dice. Ese es el libro de Lucas, capítulo. Mira lo que dice. Ese es el libro de Lucas, right? Capítulo 23, versículo 54. Era el día de la preparación de la Pascua, right? Right? Y ya estaba para comenzar el día sábado. El día sábado, right? Las mujeres que habían venido desde Galilea con Jesús no se habían alejado, vieron de cerca. Versículo, capítulo 24, mirad lo que dice. El primer día de la semana, el primer día, porque en el sábado no puede hacer trabajo. Si usted tiene un año,